Okay, looks like you're in. Had to jump on PC, phone was acting funny, guess the computer gods are displeased with me. Yes, that would seem so. So thanks for meeting up with me. I'm really sorry that you're having issues with your discs. I've had this happen before with customers, and most of the time I've been able to resolve the issues, but that's not always guaranteed. So I will be verbally discussing this with you while you chat with me in the stream. So, first things first, you said that you could not get any of the discs to read. That already screams to me that we definitely need to do three things for troubleshooting. Number one, you said your console was the Model 1, but is it the HKT 3020? If you could let me know that, that would help a lot. You're fine, and I apologize for having to ask. There are some things like knowing that model number would help. Oh yeah, so up here at the top in this black box says Dreamcast, and then this says HKT 3020. It's in top of the box here on the back. Let me create a. I think I do have one of these. Okay, that's good. That's perfect. So we have the same model, which is good. The 3020 is the one you definitely want. All right, so let's start with the actual troubleshooting here. So first things first, I need to know when you try to play the discs. So when you take the disc, this is a disc that I have that has game on it. I've got 3 over here for troubleshooting purposes. When you place the disc inside of the console, and when you close the lid, Does this come up and say, please wait while disk is being checked? And is the disk spinning? Excuse me. The disk is not spinning. I figured. So, my disk, let's see if we can do this here. Okay. So, I put the disk in. Okay. Close the lid. It loads up. I can hear it spinning. When I take this open, you can see that it was still spinning. So you're saying that yours are not spinning, and that is a very common sign of if they're not reading, I would assume they aren't spinning. So what you need to do, let's try this first, okay? Put the disk in just like this, spin it by hand, and then close the lid. See if that helps. It may not, but give it a try. Okay, so you spun the disk by hand and it still did not load. Alright, so my guess is going to be that when you put the disk in, this will pop up for like a split second. See how mine stays up for quite a long time while it loads. Yours probably does not stay up that long, correct? Okay. Here's what you need to try next then. So, are you able to, there is an ultimate solution we're getting to, but I always like to do a lot of troubleshooting beforehand because there are ways to do things to get it to work without getting internally, doing things. Can you find a weight, something like this? This weighs less than a pound. It's enough to hold the lid down. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to weigh your lid down, and you're going to find it to a point where it starts to load, and then you're just going to leave that weight. See how there's a gap here? You see how the disc's still loaded perfectly fine? That's what you need to do. You need to find a weight. You need to have that spot where it starts loading. Find that spot. Find that spot where it starts loading and then let it rest so the lid stays open and loads it. So I mean, as you can see, my console reads pretty much every way, like open, closed. See if you can find that loading spot with that weight. It's just as simple as this. You just find it where it starts to load. Go a little bit right there. And then it just loaded. Okay. So we're getting somewhere. So yeah, I would say the official diagnosis would be that your laser needs tuned, which is pretty common, really. I've had to tune my console's laser multiple times over the years. It had stopped reading discs completely. I've had customers with the same issue. I've seen it before. Tuning the laser is probably going to fix it, but I still recommend seeing if we can get it to run the games without doing that. So what I would say is try, if you have the patience, and I know it may be asking a lot, try multiple games, try spinning them by hand, and also try finding that spot with the weight. Yes. I would be happy to show you how to do it. I don't like. I normally recommend it because it works, and it's fixed. I'd say almost out of all the customers I've had with issues, I've done troubleshooting like this, and I've had them find sweet spots with their lids, and they've been able to play games fine without being intrusive. But tuning the laser is going to fix it. I can almost guarantee it. But the problem is it's intrusive and you have to do it yourself. And the thing about that is you could possibly damage the console if you don't do it right. And tuning is a trial and error process. So you have to try it and then, see if it works. And if it doesn't work, try it again. And you could actually end up making it so it doesn't read discs even worse. So you kind of just have to know what you're doing and play with it a little bit. But I can show you right now. This is why I keep my console like this. Okay, so let's see here. You can see my console here. If I can get this to set. Okay. So here's the inside of my console. And basically, to tune the laser, you're going to push the laser all the way back to the back, like that. Now there are screws and stuff in here, but I don't have any of that in mine. I keep it out because I do this to show people how to tune their laser. Now you can see that screw there. I know it's a little out of focus, but there's a screw right there, and it has like a red like mark on it. That's the screw you have to turn, and you want to mark that screw so you know where it was before you turned it. So mark it with a marker, and then you turn that screw clockwise. And when you turn it clockwise, you want to turn it clockwise by only like a tenth of a turn, just a tiny bit with a little screwdriver. You turn it like a tenth of a turn. Make sure you mark it on the screw and outside of the screw, so there's two marks that line up so you know where the original starting position was. Turn it just a tenth of a to the clockwise, and then, you know, put everything back together like this. Just put everything back together, and then try it and see if it works. That's how you tune your laser. So, but yeah, I mean, I can tell you it does work. I've done it on my console many times. I've had customers do it on their consoles and it's fixed them. I just, you know, it's one of them things where it's like you have to kind of do it at your own risk. Because it could lead to damages, you know. So I recommend watching videos, researching it if you are going to attempt it. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how you do it. Other than that, bro, I would say please attempt to spin the discs by hand and find that sweet spot with the lid load. You know, my lid is messed up, but it'll read pretty much in any way that I want it to read. So like, I don't like latching my lid, but if I latch the lid, it reads. But if I just pop it out and put the thing on top, it reads every way all the time. I know, and I hate it when customers have issues because, you know, one of the reasons that I do the live streams is so customers can see that the product does work and that I am testing them and that they really work. And then when a customer has issues, I hate it because it's like, man, you guys, you were anticipating it and you were probably excited for it and you saw that it all worked great, and then you get it and it doesn't work for you. And I can understand how disappointing that is, you know, and it makes me sad. And it's just like, it sucks. It does suck. But like I said, I've honestly, I'd say in the past 4 years, 5 years I've been doing this, I've only had maybe this happen 20 times out of, you know, 1,400 orders. And almost all of those, I was able to help them fix their games or their console. Yeah, and you know, man, I am really sorry. Like, I really hope that you can get these to work. I've been there before, even with my console. Like a couple years ago, when I was making orders, for customers, my console stopped reading all of the discs I was making, and I had to retune my console in order to continue testing the discs. So, I highly recommend researching the tuning and then giving that a try, and I'm willing to bet it's going to help you. Yeah, dude, let me know. Just let me know how it goes. And again, I am sorry that you had issues. The fact that you got it to spin more and read a little bit more is promising. I would, give it a try, play around with that lid load, play around with the weight on top in different positions, spinning it by hand to get it to spin, see if you can get them to load. If not, then go for the tuning. Yeah, and I appreciate you, man, and I am sorry. It does suck when a customer has issues like this, and I'm here for troubleshooting and to help support. And because I do have experience with it, but it's not always gonna work out, unfortunately. But yeah, please keep me posted, and if you really just can't get it to work, let me know, and maybe we can do a live. We can get together and do a live tuning together or something if you need help with it. If not, that's fine too. So, but all right, man. Well, I'll let you go then, and I apologize. I'm sorry I wasn't able to resolve your issues immediately today, but again, I do recommend you try those things and keep me posted. So I'll hop off here, but I do appreciate your time and I do appreciate your business, and I apologize for the inconveniences. And I hope you have a wonderful day, buddy. And you just message me on Etsy if you need anything else. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I definitely try to help my customers out. So just keep me posted, man.